Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you subscribe to me, you'll probably be like, why is he making a video like this? You make royalty-free beats. Typically, what I make is royalty-free beats for indie, folk, americana, maybe a little bluegrass, alt rock, things of that nature. I've even dabbled in things like hip-hop beats too. But with that being said, I've been doing some reflecting, and I've decided that I really want to work on producing more interactive content with my fan base. When I say fan base, I am still under 1,000 subscribers. I would like to be monetized, but you know, that day will come when it gets here. So I would like to create more quality content, and I figured I'd show you guys how I create my folk music, basically. Basically, it's just showing you that anybody can really do this. It's really easy, and I just wanted to share it. So with that being said, I'll show you guys my guitars, and also go ahead and let you know that the audio workspace that I use, or commonly known as DAW, the DAW that I use is called Soundtrap. Now, Soundtrap is really cool, not a paid advertisement or anything like that, but Soundtrap is actually by Spotify. So Spotify actually has their own little online digital audio workspace. I guess that's technically the words for the acronym. But yeah, they have their own audio workspace. You can choose to pay for it, or you can do like a free version of it, or a free trial, or whatever. I tried the free trial, and I wound up just buying it. It's a fantastic workspace. It's how I put together so much of my stuff. It's also how I put together the majority of my music. If you like my content and you like my music that I put out for the people, definitely check out the BPA Free Water Jug. That's your boy. I've worked with some people, but generally, all that's me. I play guitar, bass, working on my vocals, drums, little banjo, working on slide guitar, that kind of thing. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you my guitars that I use to make the majority of the beats. The guitar that I use for the majority of my folk beats is a Fender. It's a FA series, yada yada yada. It's not a full body guitar, it's like a half body or whatever you call that. It does have electric pickups. I really like this, so I can hook up to my my interface that I use to plug in, play directly to the computer. I find that works better for me because I kind of have a more direct, guitar to computer recording. I've tried a little bit of like microphone and guitar, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But generally with my current setup, I just hook up my guitar into my Focusrite, so the red little box. If you record any music at all, or know anything about recording music, Focusrite is about as standard as it gets. There are some lower quality ones, but I like that one a lot. So with that being said, we're going to make a folk beat today, or more simple acoustic type thing. I really enjoy to work with a capo, this fella here. Capos are fantastic because it can kind of make playing easier. I don't always play with one, but I like the more higher pitched sounds with a good deep resonation. I think that's the right word. So I'm just going to go ahead, come up with this beat, just kind of on the spot as I'm making this video. So I'm going to put the capo on 3, and I'm going to choose some really, really simple chords. I'm going to say G, 2-finger G, then C, then A, so that's the strumming pattern I'm going to use for this. You can get way more complex with this. I'm basically just going to show you the process that I make for the beginning, and then you can kind of repeat that for making things like a verse or solos and things like that. So we know our chord progression here. From there, I'm just going to do a finger pick of it. So I'll take that G, and I'm just going to You're gonna finger pick it. C. Then A. So again, G, C, A, E. Now, for all my music junkies out there, I am just doing the first two fingers. I'm making this as simple as possible. Do with that as you will. It's basically the same thing though when it comes to recording in Soundtrap and for the process that I use to make my music. I do not have a bass guitar in my possession. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record basically the lowest note in that chord, and then I'm just going to kind of play along with it. So for instance, G, C, A, E. Kind of fool around with it, make different little, hammer-ons and stuff like that, but G, C, A, E. Now, I'm going to go ahead and plug in to my interface, open up Soundtrap, and I'm going to record this and show you how this all sounds together.
Alright, so I've got Soundtrap open here, and I've got my first layer open. I'm going to make sure that it's going to record from the proper channel. I'm on 2 for my guitar. I always do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and find a drum beat. I like Oak's Groove. It's one that I use a lot. I also play the drums, but I really like Oak's Groove because it's my sound, and I'm just going to pick one. Something that's going to sound good with the guitar I'm going to be playing. I like the tempo at whatever is best for the sound. I picked 100. So got my Oak's Groove out here. I'm going to turn off the replay button, and I'm just going to duplicate this drum, or this drum track here. So everything's all set. I'm set to record, and I'm going to split my guitar recording to basically 2 layers here. I'm going to do L and R, and then I'm going to turn the pan for L all the way to the left and the pan for R all the way to the right. Going to set them to record, make sure everything's set, and hit record. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the chords we were talking about earlier. Alright. It's going to sound a little off when I am recording it through my screen recorder and putting it on the video, but we're going to make sure it all lines up well with the drum beat. And you'll see here in just a second, because I'm going to go ahead and snip it and move it around. I'm zooming in. Gonna select, and you see where the sound waves really pick in. I'm gonna drag that to where the drum beat kicks in, right there. All right, that'll kind of fix that lag there, and go ahead and snip the end here, just basically snip selection. Now I'm gonna go ahead and play. All right, yeah, it sounds pretty good. I like how that sounds. All right. I'm going to go and copy this here and duplicate it because that's going to be the strumming, and I'm going to drag it to the beginning. Now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the layer, and this is going to be my finger picking layer. I'm going to go ahead and just call it lead L, and then I'm also going to do the same thing for R. So rinse repeat here, and then lead R. Make sure that my pan for the R is all the way to the right, and my pan for the L is all the way to the left. All right, deselect the recording for the strum, and then select for the lead. And I'm basically going to do the same thing again, except the finger picking version. Not bad. Again, it's going to have that lag, but I'm gonna basically just zoom in, drag and snip. So you can see here where the sound waves kick in. I'm gonna drag that to where the sound waves kick in on the lower section for the drums. Drag that to the end, and then I'm just gonna snip that off at the end there. All right, let's see what it sounds like now. Yeah, that sounds good. It's got a nice folky sound, got a little bit of reverb there. Doing those 2 layers on both the picking and the strumming really adds some good clarity. So I'm going to go ahead and add another layer, and basically, yeah, this is going to be, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably do the bass. Yeah, the bass sounds good. That'll be a good next one. So deselect the recording on the lead. Make sure that the recording for the bass is all set. I'm going to make sure again that it's recording on 2. That's where my guitar is recording in, and I'm going to basically play the bass notes for this. So the lower notes for those chords. So the G, then the C, then the A, then the E. Sounds pretty good here, so I'm going to drag that audio right there to where the sound layers kind of rise, split that area, and then go to the very end and clip that extra part off. We don't need that, that's just kind of extra chaff. Alright, see how she sounds. Yeah, it's pretty jazzy. I like that. It's exciting to see how it sounds when you're putting it all together. I'm gonna zoom out here, and I think I'm gonna do some drum work here. I'm gonna adjust the drums and just see if I can add a different kind of drum. And then let's see. All right, I'm gonna search for some drums, a build up maybe. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I may have deleted the wrong layer, but let me just make sure here. See how this sounds. I may need to go back and fix this. Alrighty. Gonna get rid of that. Yep. Okay, there we go. Silly me. All right, so. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Sorry, guys. I'm making sure everything sounds good before I just piece it all together here. All right, so I'm going to drag those drums to the beginning. See how it sounds now. All right, got the strumming, got that build up with the toms, I believe, and then got the bass playing. So it sounds cool. It sounds really cool. I'm excited to see how the song sounds when it kicks in here. So I'm just going to get rid of that extra drums I put there, and I'm just going to copy what's already been made, the full body of the song. Let me just adjust my left strum. Okay. All right, and then what I'm going to do next is I believe I want to do some harmonics, but I'm just going to do a single layer of harmonics, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the pan. I'm only going to do, like I said, a single layer of harmonics, so it's right down the middle. To me, it doesn't really make sense to do a double harmonic, just for me at least. Some people might. All right. like I've been doing with all the other ones, I'm going to zoom in here and drag that audio soundbite to where it kicks in. All right, and then split that off, and then go to the very end and trim off the edges. So that way we don't have extra sound coming that we really just don't need. Just really neatens it up, you know. All right, and then let's see how she sounds all together. Yeah, I like that a lot. Adds that like happy folk sound, you know. It just kind of really adds a lot to it. I'm going to drag that to the beginning and then just duplicate that, and then I'm going to let it fade in. All right, yeah, just fade that in there so it just kind of eases, it builds up that song when everything kicks in. Just see how it sounds all together. Oh yeah, got that nice happy folk sound. I'm just gonna add, I'm feeling some tambourine, and I think after that, guys, I'm just gonna conclude this. I'm just gonna see if this tambourine sounds good here. See how she is. Bring out the harmonic. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Turn that down some. Turn up the reverb. I like a nice reverby tambourine. I think it sounds really cool. That's pretty much the meat right there. All right, I'm just going to copy that, and I'm just going to duplicate it. So that way, with the tambourines there. And then, just for the sake of this video, I'm just doing like a really short song. It's more of just like a jingle or a tune instead of being like a full-blown intro, verse, chorus. But yeah, I'm liking how this turned out. I think I need to edit something here just before we conclude. Sometimes this does happen when you're putting stuff together. So you can see here that it wasn't lining up correctly. So that happens whenever you're dragging audio pieces around. Sometimes when you move it around, it'll do stuff like this, where it just kind of messes up altogether. So the best way to fix this is just to kind of zoom in, and if you can pull it to the end, great, which in this case it's letting me. And see if it'll let me just tie it off here at the end. All right, so it's playing difficult, playing hard to get. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it'll just snap all the way. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to replace the whole tambourine itself. Sorry, guys. Boom. Accompanied by ba-boom. Paste. All right, see how she sounds? Oh, yeah. I like that little bit of reverb with the volume down. It just kind of adds that beautiful, soft resonance. All right, and for this final little block here, I'm just going to go ahead and fade it in a little bit, or fade it out, excuse me. So that way the song fades in, builds up. We've got our strum, our finger picking, and basically everything. And then it's just going to fade back out to the stuff I started with. And then it kind of just is real chill. I like to do that. It makes it easy to listen to. I'm going to play this for the remainder of the video.
Well, guys, that pretty much sums up everything. That's my method for recording. I hope you really liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed and you like the content, would be interested in more, or want some good royalty-free beats, please check it out. Please subscribe, please like, share it up. I appreciate anything you guys can do to get it out there, as long as you don't hurt my feelings. With that being said, please check out the BPA-free water jug on Spotify. That is my personal project band, whatever you want to call it. That's my music, stuff I put together. I'm super proud of it. I feel very blessed that it's gotten to where it is. And yeah, thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe. It would help me out greatly. And have a great day.